What it do, people? Yes. All right. So I just cracked open the Zoom room and I gave Paulie the link. I guess I should put it in the description because it's open today. So that way, if y'all want to come and kick it in the back room, let me add this to the site page. Ow! We're going to win this race. Pin the freaking comment. Doc, pin the freaking comment. Come kick. I can spell it backstage. And then hit that. What up, AT? What's up, FJ? I see you in the building. Ken folks is in here. All right, let me pin this joint. And then bingo. Now we are cooking with Pam. All right, it's still Q&A, so you can get your Q's on, get your A's on. We're out here just doing randomy things. And let me add people to the back. Rich Graham is in the hizzy. Boom. Let's see. And then Rich and his note taker. Yo, what is up, Ash? Paul, I just texted you. Yes. La 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 la. Ubre, let's see. I thought I added Rich already. What the heck's going on? I don't know how to press these Zoom buttons. That's what Paul does. Yo, what's cracking? Hey, what's up, D? Daniel's here. Kevin's kicking it. So I pinned the tail in the donkey. If you want to come and kick it backstage, if you have questions you need answering, answer those questions. We can just kick it. Today is mostly hangout day. I'm still about the work life though. You know how it is. You know exactly how it is. Aubrey, how's the muscle flexing over there? Man. Of course, hanging out yesterday with all my nieces and nephews, they got my sinuses jacked up. These dang kids. They're like walking germ factories. I don't know how you parents do it. Like they just spread germs. I think those of us that don't have them don't get as sick as often. I'm willing to put money on it. I am absolutely willing to put money on it. All right, let me do this. I don't know why this dude is muted. Bingo. Actually, even better. Let me do this just so that it goes away. And then add this. And then it said constant exposure builds immunity. Well, that's because if you're a teacher, bro, you might not never get sick because you're around all of the types of germs, like every single one available to man, every single one known to mankind. Yeah, see, there you go, exactly. Like Kevin get the full like protection plan, like Teflon Don, because if you're around these youngins on a regular basis, and you got like all myriad sorts of germs mixed together. What's cracking, AT? Let's see what kind of fake background she came up with today. You know that AT, you got Wixie out here copying your steez. He was doing a bunch of work trying to figure out how to get his background looking as spicy as yours. And I was just like, come on, son. Come on. It's pretty cool though. Like if you could do it and you could do it good, it's fine. It's just unfortunate when people's heads be missing. And I just figured out that Camo Studio actually has a background remover built in, right? So a bunch of people that be asking, well, how do you do this in Ecamm and say they don't have Ecamm? Camo Studio, even if you don't use the phone part, can still make the background disappear. And it's free, I believe, if you don't do nothing. Let me see. I forgot. I was just playing with it the other day, and I pressed the button, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. What the heck was that? Bingo. It's like, oh, this is going to be weird. Why you got to do that? Anyway, If you press blank, oh, you can't do that because it's going to show the Ecamm demo. Let me do it a different way. I'll go and make a new CN, bingo, and then put in the screen share overlay. That's the same thing. Oh, because Ecamm virtual camera is the camera. I know what I gotta do. I gotta plug in the camera. See if I can do it that way. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Osmo Pocket 3 is in the in the pocket. Freaking AT. I like it. I can help him for a small fee. He was playing around in the Facebook group the other day. Let me see. Turn this sucker on. I don't really use my Insta360 Go that much anymore, so I just have it pinned to the table over here on a, what do you call these things? A magic arm, and then so I can just plug it in and give y'all the chest plate view at any given time. Tilt back. All right, let's try it this way. Can Camo see the Go 3S? Bingo. Dang, that's a dirty lens. That, my friends, is a dirty lens. All right. See, people, clean your lens, man. I'm telling you. That's all you got to do. I went on Amazon yesterday, and I ordered a 12-pack of Japanese Japanese micro, what do you call it? Fiber. That's the word. A Japanese microfiber cloths for like mad cheap. All right, where's the virtual background doohickey? I just saw it yesterday. Where did it go? Background. Bingo. Ha! There you go. You can just do one of those. And then you can take this and make it anything you want. It looks terrible. I don't know why everybody wants to do this. Look, I'm in the Antarctica. I don't know. I don't get it, but look at that ring around my head. If that's you, if you feel like this is better than cleaning your room, knock yourself out. I can't see it being better than just cleaning your room. Hey, man, I look like this dude been doing acid. That's what that looks like. It's like, hey, everybody. Welcome to Doc Rock's Spiritual Moment. Today we're going to be talking about the energies from within the solar system. And if planets could move backwards, all of a sudden your tech will stop working. Let me stop tripping. That's terrible.
I like how your mic kind of floats in and out there.
Why? Because I'm in space, that's why. There you go. Hey, Stuart. What is up, brother? What is up, Flo? Oh, check this out. I made something cool. So look, we just do like that. if you want to come kick it. That's a really stupid looking QR code, but it works. I think. I didn't even test it. I guess I should have tested it. Where's my phone? Where is my phone? Let's do this. Does it work? Yes, it works. Okay, cool. Now we know. Now we know. Paul, why are you disembodied voice today? He's like, hi, I'm Paul from Beyond.
Who, me?
Because he didn't clean his room.
Luis
I didn't.
Me. What'd you say, Paul?
I forgot to push the button.
Oh my God, the old age is kicking. I was like, why is Paul disappearing?
I was going to say, that's what happens when the odometer rolls. The brain cells fall out.
Yo, look, these are the freaking two donkeys who I deal with the most. What is happening? L, how's the new house, bro?
The place is great. I got so much more space, so now I'm just setting everything up. But I'm on the final stretch. I'm just like putting things up and like putting up shelves to just put the final things up, and I should be done probably this week.
All right, we're putting the girls on this side. It's gonna be like battle royale. I think y'all in trouble. because I think AT and Flo would take y'all.
They dominate. Come on.
If
What'd you say, Flo? Oh,
Wasn't me.
yo,
You this stealth viper.
oh, that is.
I was like,
nice.
I gotta have that viper in stealth.
Oh, that looks, man. Let me hit the Amazon page right now.
It's
'Cause-
it's one of the very few hooded nibs you can find other than Pilot.
Do they have it on Amazon? Let's see. See, this is not good. Man, I am absolutely loving this 120 gram paper. It just has a different smoothness to it. You don't get as many pages in the book, so I feel like you're going to run out faster. I mean, no biggie. It's only a couple bucks more, but oh my God, it feels so much better. And I already did like Leustrum. I can't get my German game together.
So, Doc, this is actually content creation related. What you inspired me to do, I've got it in a cover. Watching your video last night, 'cause I got a million of these. But I started a journal, and this is it's an express purpose. So this journal is going to show up in streams, and the purpose is for me to journal my journey, and then share what I'm journaling, like actually share the pages out of the journal as I go through.
That's actually smart.
And
After I made that video, I didn't think about that.
I was like, he's like journal. I'm like, I journal, but I haven't explicitly pulled something aside for content, and I think that would help. It would help me if it don't help anybody else. So I got the first couple of pages done, which was why am I doing this? You know, you have to start with your
Gangsta,
purpose.
yes.
So this is you can't really see it closely because of terrible, but this is the why. And this will be the first video of why I'm doing this. So I'm not just showing you a pen, and yes, I used her to write it
That's
with
actually
Faber
brilliant.
Castell moss green.
That's actually brilliant because, right, I'm not the only one. There's a bunch of us, creators who talk, tell people that they should journal or whatever. But the idea of making one that's just specifically for your content creation. Now, here's the catch-22. If you're just starting out, please don't make multiple notebooks. It will drive you crazy. I have a sort of work notebook and then, like personal therapy notebook that I had before I actually went to therapy. But in the old school days, right? The commonplace book or the Zuihatsu, hey Cree, good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you, Troy. They always just wrote down whatever happened for the day. Like it really was what would be considered like a daily log. But if you went to somewhere and say Sal was doing the talk, you're in the old school days, we go see the orator and the orator standing in the middle of the thing. He got his big coat on and his staff and he's telling you something. You would go home and write down what that meant to you in your books. And it's kind of funny because being a person that does AV stuff and being a person that has a lot of friends, I actually do a lot of, say, memorial slideshows or, as Rich could tell you back in the day, being a person who has, let's say, design skills in any way, shape, or form, right? I always get requested to make the book for the program or, some invitations to the repast or something. And two things that always come up challenging for people. The old people who don't take pictures of me. I don't want to be any pictures. You get to the funeral service, there's no pictures. And those are really, really weird funerals when there's no pictures. Or you go to do a wedding and either the bride or the groom, there's no real slideshow other than what they took that day. And you go to all the other ones and they're like, these are all the pictures of them since they was a baby. And then they, work their way up and you see their relationship shots and whatever. So when you're with somebody and they say, let me take your picture, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to be on the picture, I'm going to just call you out right now. That's selfish as hell because people are going to want to remember who you are when you're no longer the center of their life. You're assuming that they're going to get to see you tomorrow. I think that's just kind of a dick move. And the same thing with journaling. Imagine the kids that can go into, you hear all these inventors even who went into their grandmother's or their grandfather's journal and saw some notes, and like they always had this invention they wanted to do, but they never really did it because of money constraints, racism, sexism, classism, whatever kind of isms. But they're in a different time and place now. So like, you know what? I'm going to take, Pop-Up's ideas or grandma's ideas, and I'm going to run with it. I mean, there's kids that run Successful Business right now that fed grandma's cookies recipes, and they didn't even think, they weren't around because, grandma passed before they was old enough to know the difference. And then they found the cookie recipes and they made them. And I was like, hold on, these is fires. And next thing you know, they like Little Debbie or somewhere all up in the mall. People lined up to get that damn one with the coconut and the macadamia nuts in it. Oh, I'm about to go there right after this. Them joints is good. I forgot what they call it. But, actually, Mrs. Fields, the snickerdoodle, oh, that's the money shot. Or the one where they half dip it in chocolate and the other half is like shortbread. So this is not just, helping you. You're also leaving some legacy stuff. I mean, so many things we know about so many things only comes because the people kept journals. We know what Einstein was doing because he wrote this stuff down. So even if nobody sees it, it's actually just good for you. You know what I'm saying? Troy brings up something good. Troy, Apple Notes is the bomb. And here's the reason why I'm trying to get everybody to skip doing it with the phone. And I've always done it with the phone. I have been day one user since 2011 when day one launched and I was working at the unofficial Apple weblog. I'm trying to get everybody off of doing the digital version unless it's secondary because there's a different connection in your brain when you're hand to pen versus hand to keyboard. And maybe it's because I don't type 120, but I definitely speak at 140. And so if I'm trying to type as fast as I'm writing or talking, I can't do it. And so things are going to get missed. And I don't have the extra one here. I thought I had it right here, but I was going to show you. I'll do it in the sky. The 3 things that make this really, really bad on the keyboard. Backspace, delete. That backspace, that delete, and the Control Z is the number one reason why you shouldn't journal on a digital device because you're editing while you're trying to get these things out of your head, and your job is not to edit at all. If you edit, you will absolutely screw yourself up. It would just be problematic for roundabout you, everybody else. You're not getting your whole what you're trying to say out. What you're doing because of our training in school is you're writing what the teacher want to see. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you were correct. I thought she was hiding. Oh, right. Wait, I can't put her on the girl side now. Hold on. I gotta move her. I gotta move my head out the way. Yes. Here, Aubrey, you can be me for a second.
Just to add to that, if you are going to use notes, I would say do dictation, where you're not actually writing it, where you're just speaking to it and let it record what it records. Don't try to grammar correct it. Try to figure it out when you read the note.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've written stuff down, and then when I go back to it, I'm like, what was I writing?
I do that too.
What was I trying to say to myself?
Oh my God. Anybody here watch the Eminem doc yet? Have you seen his notebook? Oh my God. Okay, listen. I'm seeing if I can find anybody took a still shot of it on the interweb. Yo, when you see the Eminem documentary, it's called Stands, and I believe it's on Paramount, so whatever CBS joint. And when you see his notebooks, oh my God, Eminem notebooks. I was like, we already knew he kind of had the mind of a serial killer. But son, his rhyme book is crazy. Look at this foolishness here. That becomes some of the greatest songs in history. Like, I'm like, what the? And then the middle part, all right, there it is. So he's putting the ideas around the outside, and then he's flowing the part that he's going to write in the middle, but he's just dropping like little rabbit turds everywhere, Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. We know where that comes from, right? But he wrote that down just as a single line. Like, home at his house moments, right? Like, you just see where all of this from. Like, say don't spit, goes quick. So he's writing these little pauses here and there, and then later they turn into just Eminem heat. I'm like, bruh. When I saw that in the document, 'cause I used to sit in the studio with me and my boy CJ, and we'd be writing bars. And I never seen nothing as crazy as that, bruh. I was like, son, here's another one. This is just insane. And the fact that he writes it so tiny.
It looks
But
like he's
Doc,
just
you know what
putting his
that-
ideas on paper.
Yeah, 100%. That's
Exactly.
Exactly. So, and again, the point
Exactly.
of journaling is I mentioned this in a video yesterday. Here's where everybody gets it jacked up, right? Let me see. Let me see if this works. This is where everybody gets it jacked up because this is what everybody thinks it's supposed to be. And you know what, Stacy? I ain't mad at you, girl. You do you. But this is why people scared to get their journal on. And if you got that kind of time and that kind of artisanalism, hey, knock yourself out, Kathleen. But that's why people scared to journal. Because unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, content is content and they deserve to make whatever content they want. But when you go to look it up, if you're brand new, you're going to see so many examples of these really just, I would just go ahead and say adorable. I'm man enough. Yeah, these really adorable layouts with these little twirls and I don't know, bro. I just, to me, that's the thing where we used to be, actually Flo and I talked about this the last time she was on. When I was trying to do OmniFocus, I was trying to make my OmniFocus look like Ken. Not our Ken, but Ken who invented OmniFocus because he was my friend. So, they would do the demos and they would show us at these trade shows and you would see the nice setups. And I was just like, oh, I want to be like that. And it's like, you can't be like that. It ain't, it's not like that, right? You end up spending too much time. And to your point, Troy, Apple Notes is, not Apple Notes, the Apple Journal app is amazing. And I was going to do a video talking about it, but I'm like, if you're just starting out, bro, you kind of should start with pen and paper. But one thing that's cool about the Apple app on the journal, Paul, the one thing cool about the Apple app is that you could add a picture as a prompt. So if you're not, able to just spit game out of your head, the cool thing is you could take a photo that you took that day, put it in as a prompt, and then kind of run with it. What is up, Ginsberg? How are you?
Glad I was able to join you today.
Man, I caught you guys right when we were going to go buy something for Karen's mom because her mom's birthday is the same as mine. And so we were out looking for a present for her. And then I just seen all you guys on the panel. I was like, man, I want to sit here and nerd out. Oh, but we got to go in the store. So I was like, for like a couple seconds, I tried to act like I wasn't on the phone in the store. And then I got that. And I was like, okay, phone off.
Third time using Geek Cam Live. I'm very happy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So you haven't played with us since Max Doc?
I have. You guys inspired me to get off my butt and get it going.
All right, there you go. There you go. So, guys, before we started doing this mess, I was doing podcasts with Dave in the British Tech Network. It was kind of cool.
Yep.
Thank you, Michelle. Good to see you. Troy said, a colleague of mine reminded me of the power of video journaling, capture moments, telling stories, past, present, future. And he taught our team how to use video for daily workflow. Yeah, I often tell people do video because it's a good way to just get used to speaking to camera. I won't say that they're different, but I think they are probably different because, again, even on video, you're kind of going to edit yourself, right? Because, okay, so I'll do a Yolanda S. reenactment of an actual journal. Let me see if I can get my brain into the Yolanda space while you laugh and act. Don't tell her, okay? Because she's going to laugh. Yo, Yolanda is like the best actress when we be in class And then she gives us a scenario. She's like, okay, Paul, here's what you do. And then she goes into her little like thespian routine. And we only figured out last week that she's a theater kid. So now it makes sense. Because before I was like, wait, what? So she's so good at it. Anyway, so in theory, on paper, it'll be like, today, September 13th, set up the Zoom stream, getting ready for my people. You know what I realized is I need to go and order more coffee. So remind me to go to Mothership Coffee Shop and add some more coffee. Speaking of which, oh my God, Manchester United game starts on tomorrow. If it's up to me, I hope the coach puts Bruno in the number 9 position and move Xerxes to the 6, which would be kind of effective. And, the dog just walked by. I realized I need to get dog food. So let me add that to the target list real quick right after I do this. And so I've been thinking about making this video for everybody about using videos for journal. And, I realized that when you start journaling, oh my God, look at that flower. The flower is, and this is the reason why we journal like this, because that's what my brain actually does. Right? Like my brain legit, when you sit down and they say, okay, close your eyes and meditate for 30 seconds. I had 17 conversations in them 30 seconds, each not connected, all different. And somewhere in the middle, I started singing a song. And then I was like, I don't want to wait till it's over. Like, yo, I was like, it smell like pizza. I may order me a pizza today. I should get a pizza. I better not eat a pizza because last time my glucose went high. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Hey, look at my phone. Oh, what? Like, so the hard part about doing a video is you're going to put everything off and then you're going to have a straight conversation, which is good. And matter of fact, if you can swing it, if you can bring yourself to do the habit, I would say do both. But the one advantage of just writing is your journal should almost look like Eminem, but mine are just in a straight line. You know what I mean? I'm just letting it all hang out. If you're doing a daily log, I'm going to break it more down. Like yesterday was freaking amazing, right? Yesterday, got up, had coffee, watched a couple killer videos about these 3 new cameras that came out, came downstairs and had a meeting with Katie and another team member. And then, Daniel, Mary Lou, Jill, and I had a meeting about card parties. So we getting stuff together for Pat Flynn's team. And then I jumped on with Sinja, with Sarah. Sinja class was amazing. Like, that's just a whole straight line. And then it would end with, was making barbecue and Osaka kept barking at Kazuma because he had his afro out instead of in his, Kota, instead of having it in his braids, he had it out. And Osaka was like, who is that? Like, he lost his mind. He never seen my nephew with the shoulder to shoulder. He lost his mind. And I was like, dog, you know exactly who that kid is. You play with him all the time. Like, since he was a baby, like, how are you? He just couldn't catch it. And so I just kept telling Kota that he's 13 and so he stinks, so the dog don't like him. But it's different, right? You just as you write it down, I feel like you just let it go. And the part about video is you would probably be trying to correct yourself. I can't read without white because my brain goes 140 and my pen goes 80. 100%. I'm in the same boat. Oh, dude, Eric, happy birthday. I mean, not me, happy birthday. Thank you, Eric. That's what I tried to say. I can't read. Oh my God. This is funny. Wait, I remember whose dog that is. Why do I know whose
Hey,
dog that
Doc,
is?
I have a question.
Please.
So, along what you were just saying, what are your thoughts about, as creators, using our writing unfiltered to make sure we are clear about our own voice versus trying to use the voice of an LLM and bend it into our voice, and we don't know enough about who we are and how we actually sound to make that transition? I would love your thoughts on that.
Oh my God. So I'm glad you bring that up. Hold on, ladies. I'm going to get to you, Flo. I have to do All Hail the Queen because first of all, Wixie's in here. Thank you, Wixie. And then, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Her Majesty Diana Gladney has approached the building.
Miss D.
Luis, hide the Cheetos, dog. Hide the Cheetos. She coming for the Cheetos, dude. So I think Troy was onto something similar, Flo. Speech-to-text apps are great for capturing thoughts in real time, but your camera to record your thoughts even more powerful because you can embed the visual references into your audio notes. Yes, I agree. So what I found, Flo, because I was just doing, where'd it go? I have it right here. I was doing a lot of talking to Plod. because Plod allows you to have your actual factual voice. And then, you take the Plod notes and then you put them, say, in the ChatGPT. So then I've also found that if you take say you want to do a thing talking about the pen you just bought, right? You want to get into the Diplomat Stealth Viper. You want to explain how good it is and like how it's going to help you with your journaling practice, whatever. So you go to ChatGPT and you say, help me formulate a video talking about this. Here's the spec sheet, whatever. So say Chat gives you the script. I think the money move is to take that script, read it into ChatGPT voice. Don't just paste it in. Like, read it into ChatGPT voice the way you're going to read it to your YouTube video. Like, basically perform the video for ChatGPT voice. And then have it ask you questions about, did you miss anything? Well, the new shortcut for that is an application which I have been messing around with, which is technically made for the phone. However, I have made it for, iOS apps. If they're iPad oriented, you can actually use them for this. What's this thing called? It's called the computer. You can use iOS
The
apps
M1
on
chips.
the computer. Yeah, anything with an M1 chip. I'm hoping nobody we know is still on Intel. If you are, I love you. No, I don't. Anyway, so you come in
We pray
here
for them.
and you click the plus button and you just start speaking game. And then it asks you follow-up questions. And you can add your own follow-up questions. And then when you're done, you can take any one of those outputs, right? And then you can say, here's some follow-up questions. If I press the little ghost, it's going to be like, what specific challenges do you think, I'm too far away. Do you think content creators face about journaling help them address, right? How do you think the act of journaling influences content creators' mindset and well-being? And so all this is really doing is helping me get my thoughts out in my own voice, as opposed to the way ChatGPT does it, which is kind of giving you its voice. So very much to your point. And so all you do is you either A, type on it, or a microphone speak on it. And since I can't type, you know which one I do. At the end of all of this, you come down and you press the little joint, and then it's going to give you the opportunity to make a script, a newsletter, a journal entry, Twitter post, to-do list, or you can just build something custom, like completely up to you. So when I come in and I say, okay, let's turn this into a newsletter, I can say what I wanted to keep in mind. I have a sample newsletter that I can add to make sure that it sounds like me. I can do any additional settings, but my reader profile is basically where I would put in your guys' info. They look like this, they do this, they like this. They look like Jimmy in the green hoodie doing weird stuff off camera. And then at the end, you say generate draft, and it will make you a newsletter or a script or whatever that kind of sounds a lot like you. And again, once that's done, it's still in bullet point format. So you're still going to go back and say it the way you say it, but at least you have your bullet notes. This is better than just taking the bullet notes straight from ChatGPT. And yes, it takes longer, but you're more likely to sound like you. Because if you sound like it's just a ChatGPT video, which a lot of that's coming out right now, it's just a very weird flex. It's kind of lacking a certain thing. So there's a way to sort of hybridize the situation. If you don't have a person that's across the room that you can, man, ladies and gentlemen, anybody want to tell me what the hang Jimmy Hicks is doing?
I've been trying to figure it out.
What in the exact Jimmy Hicks is going on?
He took the wrong medication.
I didn't know you had me on camera, brother. Listen, I'm back here. Slide City. Slide.
Look, like Jimmy is getting it, bro.
Hey.
I have the Paul Cup.
Everything went intended purpose, brother. This yours here.
See, everybody that's not on the West Coast or the way out West Coast, they done their coffee already. It's just they working on lunchtime. Actually, it's post lunchtime over there. It's like almost 3. And then of course, Paul C, he's like, hey, I'm already on the 40. Cause it's nighttime in England. Are you drinking Carlsberg? Dude, they used to sponsor Liverpool. I wouldn't drink that mess if you paid me. They used to be the front of the shirt. Dave, what is up, Dave? Good to see you, bro. Let's see. Thank you. And let's see. Los is in the building. Los said, "The go to content creator coaches. Happy birthday, Doc. Sorry I fell off so hard. I had some personal stuff come up. Looking forward to plugging back in. Appreciate you, man. Listen, life will come at you. Life will come at you. It's just what you do after. You know what I mean? I think one of the biggest things we could ever take away from any of this mess is like, what do you do after you cut your knee? And those of us that grew up hood, remember mom, she had bacitracin, right? Or what's the other one? It was bacitracin. Oh no, before
Calamine
that.
lotion.
No, before that.
Calamine.
The granddad days. You dip the stick in and you put it on your leg. It's red. Mercurochrome. He's like, get the
I couldn't think of the
Mercurochrome.
name of it for nothing.
That's
right
the
there.
one. Oh, look, I feel better, dude. I ain't that old. I can remember something that stupid because it's been a minute. They had, get that Mercurochrome, send that boy back outside. Like, you come in with a little cut. That joint felt like somebody tried to pull your next 3 days out of your skin. It was so painful. And that's why bacitracin and neosporin came out, because that's OG kids that came up on mercurochrome. All y'all young folks, y'all have no idea what that mess is, but it's kind of like iodine with gasoline. It's like nasty. It's super nasty. It had like a little stick, and they just like put it on you real quick, and it burned. It burned like Usher's Platinum. I think that. I'll take your butt outside. It's like, that was the worst. That was the worst. That's super funny. It's too early for a dram. Hey, I'll drink a dram with you. I ain't scared. Speaking of, the Yolanda's in the building. What's up, yo? Oh, she missed my Yolanda reenactment. Thank goodness. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, that's totally sounds like me. It is super hard to get in there and do this. You said her name 3 times. So she's like Yolanda Juice. Hi, MC. Good to see you. Alicia said, just like Candyman. Yo, it's funny, Troy. It's super funny. I have tried so hard, sometimes when I'm doing the video. Even then, I feel like sometimes I edit. If I'm recording a Captain's Log, Stardate 2913, I feel like I start editing when you're talking to the video. But like, I feel like in paper, anything goes. And I'll stop writing sometimes and just start doodling or scheduling and whatever. And there are days, I should preference this, there are days when you want to be like Stacy and make your joint cute. So I meant to put these in the video yesterday. I bought these. It's like $10. But if I need to draw a box or a fancy number or some kind of shape because I want to do a call out, there. These are made out of solid sheet of aluminum. So they do work. And I just stick them over here on the little desk. And sometimes if I need to, get fancy with it, I'll bring that in because I want to, absolutely remember something. But yeah, after I seen Stan and I seen Eminem's book, I did not feel bad about how messy my books be because my books are trash. Eminem's ones take the cake, bro. Them joints is out there. And so that lets you know how smart that dude is. What is up, Richie? Good to see you here, brother. Man, I'm getting like Diana. I'm behind in the chat. Let me catch up real quick. How you doing? K-Walk? Good to see you. Yo, Sal, man, I'm looking forward to some good racing tomorrow. Ooh, are we drinking Gimorlin? No, I have I'm gonna have today. It's called Arryn. I can't say Scottish words properly. Arryan, but I think it's one of the best, like, not too expensive but really good, like, Spaysides bomb. Oh, doing the washing up before going to the pub. You know what that means? That means doing the dishes. I like the way they say it better. That's what it's called. Tincture of iodine. Let me look this up. Michelle's a nurse. She probably got the right answer. I don't know what the heck we was talking about. Tincture of iodine. Bingo. That's the one. That is the one. It came in a little old-ass bottle with a stick. Oh, my God. These things is nasty. Look, Paul probably got this exact bottle somewhere in his house. It says right there on the front, poison. Yo, that mess was crazy, bro. Uh. Yeah, you gotta get the tussin. So Sal, was funny about that in the army. People used to tease us because as a medic in the army, you could give people ibuprofen and Robitussin, and we used to give that to everybody for everything. People come in with a bullet wound, and we be like, "Here, take some ibuprofen and a tussin," and we send you back out there. So that was kind of a joke. I think that's how you say it. I think it is called Mercurochrome. I think it was just a brand name, maybe. Uh, okay, I'm not gonna get that far back. See, I'm caught up already, Miss D. I am caught up already. Jimmy, what you been working on, brother?
Oh,
Over
I'm
there.
cleaning up, brother. I just plugged in this Cal Digit the 5 Pro.
It's nice, ain't it?
Yeah. So I got a whole bunch of extra stuff here about to put on eBay. Shouts out to eBay if y'all need connectivity gear.
You just brought up something all the more fabulous. So I've been thinking about doing that.
Anybody need some anchors?
Yeah, I got the exact same one. But instead of doing eBay, I think what I'm going to try first is do a whatnot. Because you don't have to deal with the pictures and posting and whatnot. That's funny what I just said. That's super stupid what I just said. You don't have to deal with the pictures and the posters and the whatnot. Hey, thanks, Dave. Good to see you, fam. Yeah, I think the idea of whatnot is kind of incredible because you can set it up on your phone. You can just post the items that you want to sell, and then you can do a live sell. But at the same token, you can introduce new people, just like doing this, right? So we could be here and just going through our closets and selling a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna try to do the whatnot thing first because I do have a bunch of stuff like I want to sort of get rid of, and so like Luis. He's been printing these cages, super dope. So he can like be building one and then have the sale page for anybody who want to buy one. And then so while he's building it, like it's available for sale and whatnot, and then people can buy it. And then he'd be like, okay, so since I make these by hand, it'll be 2 weeks, and then I'll send your order in and whatever. But the whole transaction can happen like while you're live. And so Pat's been like, yo, you need to get in before everybody and their mama jump in. And then over the last 2 months, if you're listening to Gary, it's all Gary talk about. So if Pat Flynn say go and whatnot, and Gary V say go and whatnot, that's the end of that conversation. I don't need to ask nobody else. Remember what Mom used to say? Don't make me have to tell you again.
No, let me add it one more time. So you keep flashing back with all these old sayings. These youngsters don't know this stuff.
Dude, my grandpa was like, I done told you once. I done told you again. Don't make me done took and told you. And I did not understand what is took and told you. Don't make me done took and told you. And I was like, what? I'm not from.
Let me tell you one more again.
Let me tell you one more again. That's the one. Oh, that shit shivers up my spine when you said it that way. Yo, boy, I start flinching.
Be some country folk.
Bro, when you hear that, let me tell you one more again. You know you was about to get towed up. You was about to get towed up. So I really think that is literally the best way. Literally the best way is like maybe just go ahead and try a little whatnot real quick and see what happens.
All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, thank you. I've never heard of it till you spoke about it now.
Oh, if you sign up, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they have a thing where they will match your first $150 in sales. Unfortunately, I was too busy to squeeze it in during that little campaign. But, I
know our dude Billy Thorpe is big on whatnot, or he was.
Yeah, he is actually. So I was going to talk to him at camp, but I'm like, I should at least have 3 or 4 in my belt before I get to camp because I want to have the questions for him already. So I'm going to try to knock out a couple before we get to camp because then once I get to camp, I'm going to harass Billy and be like, all right, Billy, what is the skinny? Mm-hmm. All right. Ms. D said, hey, Gretchen, you can just scan the little QR code. She said, y'all had warnings. We had a look in the backhand with stars. Yeah, you just get busted in the head, and all of a sudden you got the little Tweety birds doing that thing, twirling, twirling, twirling. Oh my God, that is way too funny. That is way too funny. Yeah, you wake up in the flow, dude. Anybody used to sleep in the back of the lack? on the floor. The back of the old Buicks, them big ass cars, when they had the Chrysler or whatever, they was huge. And you could like full ass stretch out in the back. You had the little hump for this the transmission, but you found a way to work it in. Yo, I used to get on the back door and then put my feet across the hump and snack the little blanket, and I'd be down there. And I tell my sisters and my cousins, whoever riding with us, put your feet on the seat. I got the floor, and I'd be out. There's something about that long road trips, the heat from the ground, the little like the vibration, and you just. Next thing you know, you wake up. You at the Pennsylvania Turnpike, where they got the really tall signs that be like, "Oh, McDonald's, sit go, golf." That was a long ass road trips, bro. I used to love them joints.
It reminds me that my parents had 4 children. I was the third. So I was the one that was like lucked out when it came to the seating position, because I often ended up in the cargo area, like of a pickup truck or something,
Yeah.
because I had my older brother and my older sister who took the first 2 back seats. And then because my younger sister was smallest, she would sit in the middle. So I was often cargo.
Dude, I used to
Nobody
love-
had seatbelts on.
Nobody, not name one.
There's no seatbelts in the cargo area.
Bro, my folks, my grandpa had a LeSabre, and it's like a big Buick, deuce and a quarter, I think they call it. And then the back window was like heaven. I would just give him a little jacket, make a pillow, and climb all the way up in the back window. So just like how we have a dashboard, you had an opposite dashboard in the back. I used to stretch across the back window and just be. Do you realize how dangerous that was?
Yes.
But we had no clue, bro. We be out here, like chilling in the back window, night. Wake me up before you go.
The speaker was your pillow in that
Yes.
back shelf.
Yes. Oh my God. I used to go back there, Grandpa be blasting some Sam Cooke. I just be in there, me and Sam Cooke in the back, like jamming, like absolutely jamming. Like that's just so crazy. Or you coming from church, they over there playing some Negro spirituals, and you just in the back window, chilling, just getting it. Sunday go to meeting clothes. Take off your jacket, fold it up nicely.
Now it makes sense that why I'm the darkest one in my family. I was always getting toasted up on that.
Yeah.
I was just being rotisseried in the back window.
Diana is on point. When you first got in the car with them old cars, you had that GM square metal buckle, and that buckle hit you somewhere. Boy, that joint was hot. I was so happy when it came out with plastic buckles. That metal buckle was hot. Or you mess around and jump in the back seat and then pop down real quick, and that thing stab you in the butt. You be like, ah, it's so sore. Yo, I used to
Man,
pop.
those kids
I used
will
to pop
never
my
know that.
cousin with the seatbelt. I would just take it out and be like, pap with the metal buckle. I was foolish. Yo, that was fun, dude. I love road trips back in the day.
I still love them today.
You were just waiting for the next stop at a Fred Harvey's Oasis restaurant along the toll road.
we had Hojo's and God, what's the other one called? Well, now it's Carl's Jr., but the Carl's Jr. on the East Coast is called Hardee's, I think.
Yep.
I think that's right. So
Yeah,
we used to go to Hardee's or KFC. Back in the day, they had a restaurant in the D.C. area. It wasn't called KFC. It was called Geno's. Remember that, Flo? You remember Geno's? Were you in D.C. when Geno's was around? Yeah, it was the same thing. But for some reason, they had some weird franchisee type situation. And Geno's had things that they didn't have at KFC. So at a regular KFC, you had chicken and mashed potatoes and coleslaw. That was basically it, But in Geno's, they had like hoagie sandwiches mixed in. So I used to go to Geno's and get chicken sandwich. And it was the greatest. It was the bomb-ass thing. We also had Roy Rogers, which I don't think came nowhere except the Beltway. But Roy Rogers was kind of like McDonald's, but better. It's like, what happened? I don't know. Roy Rogers.
And it was terrible.
Of course, it was terrible. It still was better
was
than McDonald's.
terrible.
The one thing Ray Rogers had, which was good though, they had the apple pie cinnamon cheese crisp, which sound crazy, but damn, I was a little kid. That's all I wanted. Like, I want to get straight A's so I can get me an apple pie cheese crisp from Roy Rogers. But it was nasty. You think about the crap we used to eat, bro. It was so bad. International House of Pancakes, always. And we had this little toy. It's like a suction cup. And then it's like an animal on the top, and there's a spring. And so you push it to the ground. And then a couple seconds later, stoing, it would just jump up in the air, and you like try to catch it. So we was at the IHOP, and I remember it was mom's, grandma, dad, pastor, bishop wife, me and the rest of us. We all at the table, and I was the youngest one. So I took the little kangaroo from IHOP, and I stuck it on the ground. And then the lady came over with the coffee. She was doing the refills, and that thing went whoop, right up where it ain't supposed to went. She jumped so high, spilled coffee all over the table. And then I was like, hee. And yo, the backhand, I still remember it to this day. It's why I can't see good in this eye. Yo, that hand came clean cross. And then mom's just like trying to like tell the pastor she's sorry that I'm like acting up. And then, all I know was like, boy, Jesus, keep me near the cross. Pay out. You just knew you was about to get cleaned up as soon as you heard that. Jesus, keep me near the cross. You about to get took out. It's super funny, bro. My family would never let me live that down because that joint jumped straight up in homegirl's skirt and she went flying. It was super funny.
There's mom in church.
He said, my childhood friend's dad took a few of us in the bed of a pickup truck on the bridge over the Savannah River going full speed. Lord have mercy. Yo, I totally missed that pickup truck life. Yo, Todd, Merry Christmas, Todd. What is cracking? Wow, long time, brother. Long time. Paul said, I carry a seatbelt clap in my wallet now just to shut the alarms up. Yeah, the beeping is insane. I can't stand them things. We have the one in my car now. It will eventually go off, but in the Toyota, it will not go off. And the Toyota makes the weirdest noise. It's like a high pitch. Ming, 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 ming. It's so frustrating. I'm like, dude. At least the one in the Beamer is quiet. It's like, dong. Put your seatbelt on, stupid. Like it's real subtle and like kind of nice. And at some point it goes, you know what? If you want to be like that, it's on you, dog. I quit. But the Toyota will beep for hours. It will not shut up. Dinah said, oh my God, we had the red ring bologna sandwich. the fruit made up, right? And some fried chicken, potato salad. Growing up, had us driving hours of cornfields with no shops for miles. Dude, the red ring bologna, that was the wax.
That ring off.
You got to pull the wax off.
Yeah, explain that to the youngsters because they don't know you got to pull the red ring off.
Oh, my God. Yo, red ring bologna was wild. And then you make the fried bologna sandwich with a fried egg and a cheese. I might have to buy some bologna. I haven't had one of them in for ages. Fried bologna sandwich, bro. And you know it was that good, cheap, whatever's on sale bologna, because as soon as you fry it, the center go.
That's what I was gonna say. You gotta make sure you gotta make sure you pop the hole in the center, because if not, then it's gonna blow up on you.
Oh my God. Yo,
with red wing bologna, you could always tell when your mom was in a hurry making lunch for you in the morning, because you'd get to lunchtime and you go to bite into the sandwich and the ring was still on there and it's like hanging off your mouth as you pull it out.
Oh yeah, you bite into the sandwich.
And we would always do that.
Yeah, dude.
We would bite into it and we would pull it with our mouth. We wouldn't open it. We would just take the first bite, sacrifice it, and then pull the ring, and then continue to eat the sandwich.
Yup, 100%. That's what your bologna looked like. Dude, that little. Oh, dude. That little
My
pop in the
God.
center right here. That's the little pop in the center right there. And that joint just like
Yep.
boop. And I'd be mad because I like the little burnt parts a little bit, right? That's where all of the taste was at. And so I remember the first time I went over to my friend Roger's house, and his family was from New Jersey. And New Jersey, they call it pork roll. And then I seen how they did it. And I came home and I was making my own fried bologna one day. And my sister was like, how you get it not to pop up? And I was like, this. That's what they do. You cut the little lines in it,
Interesting.
and it don't pop up because it ain't got no more surface tension. And once I figured that trick out, it's like, oh yeah. Because once that joint would pop up, I would put my mayonnaise in the center and kind of spread it around a little bit because the mayonnaise get it browner faster. Oh, dude, that's so crazy.
That's good to know because I used to just leave the spatula on it to make sure that the center got cooked.
Keep it flat.
Yeah, keep it flat and just leave it there for a second.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna go to Amazon and buy me a press, like a grill press. Look at this fool. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting.
A bologna burger?
Dude, that ain't even a burger, bro. That's called like a half a roll of bologna or quarter roll.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That quarter pounder. Hey, can I get a quarter roll bologna sandwich? But I realize now, I was just thinking, why have I not had a fried bologna sandwich in so long? Because I got old enough to discover the word mortadella. The good bologna, the bougie bologna. Once you have mortadella, it's hard to go back to the hood bologna. It's bomb. It's so bomb.
Y'all high end again. I'm one of them steakums guys.
Dude, come on.
Y'all
yeah.
high end. I'm just
Bro.
steakums, brother.
Oh my God. I
It's so
lived
easy.
on steakums. Yo, I lived on steakums. It's like 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the next. Throw it on the
Wonder
bread. Hit it with the government.
I almost cussed on you. I almost said shit. I mean, I'm gonna say it anyway. Shit.
I say
Some
shit.
Wonder
the steakum sandwich was a shit moment. And then I think it was because of steakums that I first discovered my love for grilled onions. So it was a known quantity, and I would just be like, when Moms was chopping up stuff, I'd be like, I need you to make me like a couple onions, just leave the rings in the fridge inside the Tupperware. And she said, why? I was like, I put them on my steakums. And she's like, where did you learn that from? I don't know. I just like it. So I used to make my own get my grills right, and then I would throw the steakums on there, and it crunch up right on top of the onions. And so you flip the whole thing so that the bottom half get crunchy, and then you put the cheese in it, and we ain't had no bread.
watch
So I
your
stick it
mouth.
in a hot dog bun.
Your
And that
mouth.
joint was off the hook, bro. It was off the hook.
The best part was how
Rich-
fast it was.
Oh my God. Rich said, last time I had bologna was in county jail. Oh my God. They definitely give you bologna sandwiches in county, especially if you catch the weekend lockup from fighting at the club. You get a bologna, or you get the peanut butter and jelly where they just barely graze the ingredients. It's basically bread and cold coffee. I can't tell you how I know these things.
I ain't got nothing to do with that one.
Dago, what is up, bro? Biggest abhama. Yo, that's super funny. It's super funny. Diana said, drag the ring out through your teeth. Bro, I used to take, when you get that first tooth come out, and then you have like the tooth and then the other tooth and the other missing one, I used to put the ring on the one tooth and act like I was gonna pull it out. Or I would like conveyor belt it. I had the one spike. The other two had a hole on either side. Yo, see, I learned that bologna tricks. The New Jersey people cut the cracks in it. And also, when you make pork chops, you put the little slit in the side so they don't, because pork chops do the same thing. Oh my God, Rich. It was called a Dagwood. You guys remember Homeboy from, oh God, what's the name of the show? Blondie. Blondie. Yo, I used to try to make Dagwood sandwiches because somewhere in the 80s, Oscar Myers made the pack like this that had 4 or 6 different meats. And the thing that originally came out, which I thought was mad funny from Oscar Mayer, was they try to sneak in the one with the polka dots. I don't even remember what they call that joint, but ain't nobody want to eat that one. So you would have the ham, I believe. You
The
would have
cheese
the
loaf?
bologna,
Was
the
that it?
salami.
Neapolitan? No.
Nah, it's called
That's
something
the
It
else.
ice
was
cream.
cheese loaf, right?
No, it wasn't
Oh.
cheese. I used to think it looked like hedgehog loaf, not hedgehog loaf. It looked like head loaf, whatever they call it. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about. Head cheese. It looked like
we know
head
what you're
cheese,
talking about.
but it wasn't
Yeah.
head cheese. I'll show you what head cheese looked like.
Rich is saying olive loaf.
Olive loaf. There you
That's
go,
it.
Rich.
That's it. Because
There
it was
you
all.
go.
That's what the red was. It was olives. Yeah.
South said that's a clogged artery in the bun. Stevie said the last time I had a fried bologna sandwich was the 1900s.
Yeah, that was funny.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, bro. Oh yeah, pickle loaf or olive loaf is one of those two. It's something like that. I think that's correct. The head cheese one is weird. It looks even more different. But from what I understand, it's delicious. I just ain't bring myself to do it yet. That's head cheese. Like, no. That's like
No.
some snout and some whatever. Nah. But I tell you what I do eat that's probably nasty to many people. Oh, shut up. Hey, you know what I just discovered? Oh, no, that's different. Never mind. I know what I eat that would mess you up, though. I love me some scrapple.
Mm.
I think this is right.
How come you just said scrapple?
Mm,
I
I
did
love
not know what that was.
You know what that
I
is.
bit into that stuff. I was like, oh my God, no human should ever eat this.
Ain't nothing but some chitlins. That's all
But
right.
see, here's the funny thing. Now that I look at this and being an adult and actually liking olives, I might eat that. But when I was a kid, what did they call that? Triskaidekaphobia? The one where all the little eyes, is that what it's called? Triskaidekaphobia? You scared of like all the little small circles? No, that's not the right one. Triskaidekaphobia is scared of 13. What is the one, there's a thing when you see all the little eyes, like they can't look at a lotus root or they can't look at, things that have like little circles and messes them up. I must have had that because I used to look at this. Your man's wasn't having it. And that pack, that Oscar Mayer 4-pack would sit in the fridge in all its glory and everybody would eat everything else except that. And my grandmother, y'all kids be wasting food. But that was the beginning of making Dagwoods. I would just go in the kitchen on Sunday, about to watch some Kung Fu action theater, get like 4 slices of meat, 2 slices of cheese, some bread, and find whatever kind of else, like lettuce joint we had. It was the best. I was just trying to remember how to spell Oscar Mayer, and I have to sing it. Am I the only one that has to sing it when you type it out, or if you write it? Do you do OSCAR? Let's see.
Oh, wow.
You don't know that song, Luis? Oh, maybe they didn't have that in Puerto Rico. My baloney has a
You don't know that
first
song,
name
Luis?
is OSCAR.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, brother.
No, I
Commercials
remember
and
that.
everything.
MAYER. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. Like that, mommy? Exactly the commercial. Exactly the
It'll
commercial.
never leave your brain now.
Bro, that one is stuck up in there. Yo, that sucker is stuck up in there. I think that was probably maybe my first ever earworm. If it wasn't that, it would have had to been Like to Teach the World to Sing. One of them two. I can't think of what else was in there.
I was in Michigan in high school, college. Over in Detroit, they had a furniture store called Joshua Door. And they had this jingle about, you got an uncle in the furniture business, Joshua Door. It was like, I still remember that. Only thing is, Joshua Door ended up like in a box someplace.
For Michigan. That's super funny.
Up with Jimmy Hoffa.
Dude, I remember when we first got the
The fear of
government.
holes
Go.
is trypophobia.
Huh? What's it called?
The fear of trypophobia.
Trypophobia. There you go. You guys remember when you got the government cereal in the bag? It was just like some kind of O's. It's like, I was like, what kind of, this ain't Cheerios, Mom? She goes, eat them. Like, they did not taste like Cheerios. And
White
Cheerios was
bag.
already nasty, but you could put sugar in it or like a banana and try to get it. But the government O's, yo, them joints was disgusting. You got the government cheese and the government O's. And don't do
The
that.
cardboard O's.
Bro, I forgot. I'm trying to find the name of what they had called them. DOVERMENT. It was so disgusting. It was so disgusting. Ooh, y'all. These are old too. I remember they handed these joints out for a hot minute. This is nasty.
Yeah, there you go. See, like I say, in the white bag. There you go.
Bro. Yo, them joints.
How we grew up.
I was
Sorry,
like,
that's how we
bro,
grew up.
Where is the, like, moms? Like, really though, why we gotta eat this? Why we gotta eat this? It was nasty. Oh, the bag fake Cheetos though. Here it is. Here it is. Oh my God, I found the picture. See, hood rats.
Cheese girls.
Hood rats be out here posting this nasty life to remind us of the child abuse we had growing up. That was the government O's, bro. Them joints was cardboard. Cardboard. So how me and Diana became friends is one day we was talking about getting the chance to pick out the cereal. And then, you know, when you go to grandma's house, they try to spoil you. So they let you get whatever kind of cereal you want. And then Diana said she used to go and get like Raisin Bran or Grape Nuts or some kind of healthy cereal. And I knew we was best friends right then. Because that's exactly what I used to do. My sister them always wanted Crafton Crunch with the Crunch Berry Beast, which I liked. But I'm like, if I get this like grown-up cereal, it's a little bit sweet, none of them would touch it because it's nasty, and that just means more for me. And so I used to get Raisin Bran with the 2 scoops of raisins. And all my sisters wanted was, can't get enough Super Golden Crisps. I would see, all right, we're going to do the old people check right now. Super Golden Crisp turned it into like a song. And he put out a little black flappy plastic record, and it used to come on the back of the cereal. And you bring it home and you peel the plastic off and you cut the circle out and you could put it on the record player and you could play it. And they'd be like, can't get enough of Super Golden Crisp, Golden Crisp. And then what you call it? Snap, crackle, pop. They tried to copy it. Theirs wasn't as good. But they put the record on the back of the cereal box. This is about circa 79. And I remember cutting that joint out, bro. I was like, trying to get it good. And mine was like on the record player, boom, 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 because I ain't cut straight.
My brother was 9.5 years older than me, and I can remember as a kid getting one of those and going to put it on his record player. My life was threatened.
Oh, trust me, my life was threatened because I grabbed the scissors from the drawer. It couldn't cut the plastic. I'm going to look at the face of the females on this thing, especially the sisters. So I went into mom's room underneath the singer, and I pulled out those scissors.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you know. So
that was sure death.
Bro, I was like, and all I felt
I'd rather
was
face
that
my brother
hand
than that one.
to the back of the head. I mean, I got scissors in my hand. Eyes this close to the scissors. I'm trying to get good. Something said, Yo,
I learned
those.
at a very young age. Never
We
to
had the
touch
black
bugs,
handle.
cook-
It was
or-
those. There was
This
only
is the black handle, except it's worn off.
Oh yeah, there you go. It was made only for fabric, and they weren't supposed to see nothing else but fabric.
Yep.
I'm
I
like,
learned at a
Those
very
are my
early age
mom's.
never to touch my mom's sewing scissors.
bro,
That was my mom's sewing scissors, and that's like the one thing that I still have.
bro.
So funny, it's hung up there.
I'm feeling bad right now because I know what it is, but I can't get it, Rich. I can't think of it right now. Two all beef patties, special sauce, cheese, lettuce, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. But that wasn't the song. That was part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to look it up, Rich. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Cause you're right, the
Two all
Big
beef
Mac song
patties,
was
special
big.
sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickled onions on a sesame seed bun.
I remember that part. Oscar Mayer for teaching us how to spell bologna. And Chris Stefani for teaching us how to spell bananas. Even though we have lots of bananas in Hawaii, I always did the song as papayas. This is papayas, Papayas. And everybody's looking at me like I was crazy, but I always used to do that. Oh my God. Oh, Captain Crunch was the mouse cutter, bro. But I love me some Captain Crunch, especially with the Crunchberry Beast. Boom. It was so good. It was so good. Jackson 5 had the plastic record, Rich. Like, yo. Oh, bro, listen, Stevie. First time I'm at my Auntie Rose's house, and I run downstairs early in the morning because I wake up first, and I'm like, I'm going to go get me some cereal. And I remember I grabbed that stupid freaking chicken on the box and poured that bitch into the bowl. He was ready. This is Frosted Flakes. We in there like swimwear. And I took that first bite, and there was not nay bit of flavor. I was like, what in the Tony the Tiger is this shit? And it was cornflakes and not Frosted Flakes. And the reason why is because, again, anybody from that age, mid-70s, 80s, the cereal came out the box and it went into that stupid Tupperware joint where you pull the thing up and you pour it into the bowl. And my Auntie Rose was the Tupperware lady. She was responsible for getting your ass beat with the cake top handle. You know, you had the cake tin from church, and then you had the handle that go like this with the little holes in it. If you was in the kitchen doing something wrong, that came out the drawer, you got worked. And she was responsible for those blue, green, pink, and white cups with the Kool-Aid. And the white one always got stained with the red Kool-Aid. And then it had a little plastic top for the long, skinny Tupperware tumbler. So when kids went to red cups, I'm like, y'all missed the legacy of that Tupperware quad.
You just got me thinking though, Doc. Like, did your moms try to trick you to say that you couldn't tell the difference between name brand products, so they would put other things into other boxes and like try to make you not notice?
Bruh. When we got high C instead of Kool-Aid, you might as well have stole something from us. We be with the parents like, what in the exact hell is this shit? Oh, high C was 5 for $1. Kool-Aid was like, 50 cents a piece. So we're going to drink high C. Yo, high C was not good. But everybody remember these joints right here?
Yeah, those are the fancy ones.
Bruh, like, yeah, I was trying to, that's the oldest picture I can find. But, yo, when it got real old, they had that ring around it. And then somebody in your family was the Tupperware lady. So you had them joints. Everybody had them joints in their house. And then that one picture that make the water taste like plastic. It's a big ass Tupperware picture. It had the
You have
grill
no
fence.
idea how good this trip down memory lane is.
Bro,
I know, right?
It had the fence holes on one side and the big ass hole on the other, and you rotate that joint.
Yep.
Man.
With the blue top? Come on, man.
Yes. Oh, all right, Jimmy. These is more like our era. Those was in there was the 80s joint. These was
There
the
they go.
70s joints.
There they go.
70s joint. Because
We
this
had
little
them
thing
tops.
right here,
Yeah, that's them.
if it been dropped a couple times, this could cut your lip. If they get a little split in it, and it could legit grab your lip by the little crack, and you be like, ah! So, like, these joints, and the crazy part about a Tupperware in the summer, if it was just water, yo, my grandma would throw one at you. Like water, everything. The hell you say? Ooh, ah. So that's funny, bro.
Anything that had color in it, especially red, you'd have a permanently red glass on the
Yup.
inside.
Yeah.
Yep. Yo. He said he had to jet the holiday moment. Nia, you can pop in, bro. The thing is open. Oh, Schoolhouse Rock, dude. Oh my God. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Luis, you know that?
And I'm
Please tell me you know that
living
one,
up
Luis.
on Capitol Hill.
I grew up with that. Oh my God.
Tell me you know that one, man. Come on.
Oh
no,
my
no. I'm
God.
81. Sorry. That was
Oh my God.
Conjunction. What's your function?
Oh,
Hooking up
Luis,
words and
I'm 70
phrases
and I
and
remember that.
clauses.
that's 2 weeks in a row. I said the same thing.
What was that? 81?
That
He said he's
I was
81.
born. Yeah, I was born in 81. Not I'm 81.
Hey, wait. Okay, wait. I got one for you, Jimmy. You're going to die.
Yeah.
You know that everybody in their family had the first one to get out the hood. Okay? Technically, that was us. But mom still had the hood in her. So, first, I'm going to show you when Auntie Rose is the Tupperware lady, she had the upgrade kit. Y'all remember, you remember the upgrade kit?
Yeah.
I think that was exclusive only to the people who actually sold Tupperware. Oh, Luis got it.
There it is. Luis got it. That's the
bro.
one.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's the one.
That's the
It's a
picture
Rubbermaid.
right there. Oh my
That's
God.
the one. That's
Stop
it.
doing that. Stop doing that, I said.
Hilarious.
How did my Control Z become that? There you go. Oh my God. That was one. So then, after somebody left the hood, or they got a little pay grade upgrade, they still lived in the hood, they got the better Tupperware. And when you went over their house, you're like, oh, your daddy get paid. Remember the slightly better Tupperware? It was still Tupperware, but it wasn't clear. It was solid.
I saw it, but we never had
It was like this, and like that Harvest doo-doo brown, and then like a couple other like weird colors. That was the
That was usually in the
upgraded
houses that had their living room furniture covered in plastic.
plastic.
Yes.
Brother. Yeah, you don't go in that room.
You don't go in that room. Yo, we had the
Don't take a
plastic,
nap.
dude. We
Don't go in
had
that
the
room.
plastic in our house.
I
we
took a
had the
nap on
plastic.
one of those couches and I almost dehydrated. Just because I almost
Your
died of
whole ass was
dehydration.
stuck.
I was stuck. I had to be like spatulaed off.
Yo, that couch was like the Roach Motel. You stuck on that bad boy. Oh my God, that is super funny.
I had a friend, the kids were only allowed in that room when there were adults present. Otherwise, the kids had to go to the basement. That was, their room was down in the basement.
Yo,
So funny.
this thing right here, though, I'm telling you, bro, this joint right here was the bane of my existence as a children. Because when that top came off and you got your ass beat with it,
I remember those.
this
All of
joint,
Doc's memories have to do with getting beat up.
bro, yo, listen. I mean, you can obviously tell the one
Doc
problem
needs a
with
safe
having no
word.
filter in a highly Christian house is you be saying some stuff that will get you popped. I used to say the dumbest, and I couldn't stop myself from saying it. Now that I am an adult and I've been like clinically diagnosed, I understand that my ADHD would not allow me to shut the fuck up. So I would say something. And the funny thing is, Tiana used to say, don't you know you shouldn't say that? I go, I'll be trying not to say it, but it just comes out. And she used to look at me like I was crazy. Turns out I was crazy. But she like, dude, you know you're going to get taken out. Why would you say that? I don't know. Somebody got to tell them. I was taking one for the team. I just didn't know it. I was taking a lot of them. Yo. Oh, my God.
Oh man.
This one right here. Do you remember Raj and Shirley? It was Raj and Shirley, and what was the other dude name? What's happening?
Rerun. It was Rerun.
Oh, Rerun was the first. He was the Locker. He was the LA Lockers, and he passed away first. But yeah, it was the boom. Dude, Miss Nancy.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dude, Stevie,
Romper
what you
room.
know about Miss Nancy? I see Paul, I see Louise, I see James, I see Aubrey, I see Alicia, I see Florence, I see Steven, I see Miss Diana. Hi, Miss Nancy. You know what Miss Nancy had me doing? Running around the backyard with a cardboard box like it was a fire truck.
Had you out there
cut
frolicking.
cut the cardboard box, take the
Had you out
pin
there
or
frolicking.
the finger paint and make the little wheel wells and joint, and I'd be like running around the backyard with my cardboard box like I was the fireman. And my cousin Eddie used to call them the fire engine mans. And this dummy used to think that the fire engine man set the fires just so they could play with the water hose.
That's cute.
I like Eddie, you about dumb as a box of rocks. He also used
It's
to
a wonder
say,
we survived childhood.
yeah, right? There was no child abuse back then. That's what it is. Right? Spare the rod, spoil the child. Yeah, 100%.
We abused ourselves.
Yeah.
Yo, what's happening? That was my show. And Shirley, yo, she was so funny. She reminded me of my cousin Ronnie. She was exactly that.
That's what birthday turns into when, get of age. It's just a nostalgia trip through memory lane.
We seasoned, brother. We trying to remember. That's what we're trying to hold on.
Bruh.
That's
Yo,
why photography was invented.
Oh, I
trying to hold
forgot
on.
about the little one. The little one was Dee Dee. And if you had to say who
Yes.
Dee Dee, Miss Diana is Dee Dee all day.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Diana is 100% Dee Dee all
Look here.
day. Look, you got Big Mama, Raj, Shirley, Dee Dee, Rerun, and I forgot the little ninja's name.
Yo, you saying them as Dee Dee is
Dwayne.
hilarious.
100%, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Dwayne,
no
that's
doubt.
right, Dwayne, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. She act just like Dee Dee. I'm gonna go find a rerun, and I bet it's on YouTube. Go find a rerun of what's happening, and watch it, and tell me it's not Diana.
Yeah.
No, just watch Diana's live stream. You'll be like, it's her.
Dude, it's her, dog. I'm telling you, bro. All right, sorry, Nee. I'm gonna put the African on the girl side. Don't get mad. just try to keep it even, dog.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yo, that is mad crazy. When I swear, tell him, Rich. I swear, the funniest thing though was like going to the store, and then mom's telling you, don't touch nothing. And so you're like, okay. And then all of a sudden, there's something tempting. And so you got to touch it. And then you come back, you're like, let me put this in the cart. Maybe she won't notice. But mom's was calculating how much everything was, like she had the total in her head. I thought because they was old and they ain't been in the school in a minute, they couldn't do math like we could. And because when you used to ask them to do your homework back in the day, the only response was look it up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let me throw this in. She's not going to notice. Man, you talking about getting your ass whooped in the line at the AM PM or the Giant Foods? That's what you got in D.C. We got the Giant Foods on Rockville Turnpike, bro. Getting that ass beat in the line for throwing some shit in. Rich, I had this exact one. I completely forgot about it. Rich went and found it.
Wow.
I had this exact one. And so you cut this joint out, and then you had to poke a little hole in it, and you put it on the record player with the 33 and the third, and it for real, this is exactly it. Can't get enough of Super Golden Crisps. This was the joint.
Hey,
Yo.
racist as hell, boy. That little black koala bear. Racist.
Yo, right? You know what's the ones that got me now being an adult was Uncle Remus. I done seen about everything when I see the elephant fly. I was like, what in the exact racist bullshit is this? But as a kid, I used to sing that shit like it was cool. Ain't no better. I was like,
It's like our Looney Tunes too.
Disney, really though? Disney, come on, son. Y'all had some straight racist shit. Or the Crows. Remember the three? Not Hansel and Jekyll. That's not right. Not Heckle and Jekyll, but it was the other crows that used to show up on the Uncle Remus show. And it'd be like the crows was on the line. It's like three crows, and then they had Dumbo, and then they had like Uncle Remus, and them crows was racist as hell. I'm just like, bruh.
Well, and then you go over to Archie Bunker, and you had everything in one like package.
Dude, Archie Bunker was about.
I can't lie to you though, Archie. That was my show, All in the Family. I know he was a bad dude, but Archie was a.
Yo,
yeah, Archie was hilarious.
You could have racist, a wife abuser, and everything else.
He had everything. And believe it or not, because he used to always say that Mike was funny, Rob Reiner. He technically was being homophobic too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, like he had it all popping in one type joint.
The funny thing is, if you were to watch those shows now, apparently he was 45 years old on the show.
What?
Yes. So think about that. That's what they used to consider a 45-year-old person was like an older, much older man. And I'm 45 and I look nothing like Archie.
Dang.
Think about that.
You're not old and grumpy. You're not grumpy. Huh?
Yo, listen.
Craziness.
Diana just hit us with a state of facts for anybody that had brothers and sisters.
Oh,
this is funny.
Yes.
Parents fed off each other. So while you was getting the whooping, the rest of them kids was in the back hoping the parents don't randomly remember something they did because the belt was out. And you talk about habit stacking or task stacking. Mom's was efficient. You know, that's why she was a supervisor. Mom's was efficient. If one of us got an ass whooping, she clocked on, oh yeah, I ain't finished yet. Get your butt over here. You're like, what I do? Oh, last Thursday, there was a dish left in the sink or something. So you would catch the ass whooping because of the next one. But my grandma was the best. If one of us was going to get a whooping, we all got it together. So that way we learned to take care of each other. So she would line us up, youngest to oldest, and just take us out, every single one of us. And we used to always be mad when the little cousins came because they was a little bit more free, a little bit more free range, a little bit more hard head. Up until 20, bro, you had to get in the line. That's why I moved. So I got tired of getting ass whippings because of Eddie. Eddie was a fool. I was like, Wardo. I used to call him Wardo. Wardo. Bruh. Rich said Uncle Remus be canceled for sure. Bro, listen. Michelle, there was nothing better than I loved than George and Wheezy, bro. Wheezy! I used to do the walk.
What a dance, the little shuffle dance.
Yo, Wheezy.
Moving up, boy.
And then Thelma was not to be trifled with. Yo, she was not playing. She was not playing. I loved the Jeffersons. That was my show. That was like the first show that had like the interracial couple on TV. And yo, people lost their minds. And I think even more so I wanted to watch it when I used to hear, people talking about it on other, like radio networks and whatnot.
That's Lenny Kravitz's mom, right?
Yeah, I think so. What's her name?
What was the one with the guy that ran the junkyard?
Oh, Fred Sanford,
Come
bro.
on. That's Sanford's son, brother.
Yeah.
Yep. Elizabeth, you're coming. You know who Fred Sanford is? Fred Sanford is freaking Wixie. I just don't see him mad though. But Wixie can be Fred Sanford. He don't be getting mad though. Yo, Dinah said Froghorn Leghorn said the N-word on TV. TV was the Wild Wild West back then. Yo, for real. Frog, I say, boy.
That's straight. That's wrong.
He used to do that mess though, right? I say, boy. Yo, that's super funny. He
Well,
said,
I guess if you really want to go back, you could go back to like Jackie Gleason.
oh yeah.
Oh.
So
Honeymooners.
Archie Bunker was Carol O'Connor, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Rich said he was actually a super liberal in real life, so that's even more funny. Yo, TV was definitely off the chain back there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used
thank
to
you, brother
watch
June.
The Honeymooners with my father.
June, are you going
was
to
good TV.
Japan? Are you on your? That means he's on the Skylink on Hawaiian. Are you going to Japan? Or are you going to the motherland? Holla at your boy. I got supplies. I got tired of counting. Shut up, June. See, that's why he ain't sneak in here. That fool just took off and went on a trip.
Left you home.
I remember waiting your turn, getting a whooping. Bruh. Oh, yeah. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. You know, which show I absolutely loved, and I watched like crazy, and then like now watching them, they still hold up, but they're a little weird. And there was two of my favorites back in the day. And how I used to get to watch them was when you play sick, and then you be home. And so in the morning, they would just go in a row. There was like a straight line, right? So it would be, hi, it's Carlton the doorman. You have a visitor. Oh, what was that show called? Rhoda. And then from Rhoda, you went to Mary Tyler Moore. And then from Mary Tyler Moore,
You go to Alice?
you would go to no, that was later. She was still nighttime at that point. She was prime time. You would go to everybody thought they was gay, but they was just normal. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean.
Not the Golden Girls.
No, the boys.
Odd Couple.
Yeah, the Odd Couple. That's the
Odd
one.
Couple.
And they would play a couple of them in a row. They would play like two Odd Couples in a row, and then you got you got Manhattan. New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay.
Green Acres.
I
Green
just adore
Acres.
that penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. That was the cut. Yo, so they used to play that joint, and then after that
And
joint,
Petticoat Junction.
they would play, Petticoat Junction. Like, that was the straight line. And then McHale's Navy. That was basically the daytime. And then you got to Phil Donahue, right? And then later on, Phil Donahue became Phil Donahue and Oprah. And then after that, you got Naldo.
Well, it was Merv before that. It was Merv Griffin.
Merv Griffin show. Correct.
Right. He's the one that started it all.
They used to run them joints like in a row. And all of them joints was good. But, I forgot one. Danny Thomas's girl. Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore. That was the beginning. Because Rhoda was a spinoff of that. And then if you think about it, half of them joints was Norm Lear.
Yep.
That dude was
That
the
girl.
GOAT.
Brilliant.
That dude was the absolute. You say that girl? That was another one I used to watch.
Yeah, that girl.
That girl
Yeah,
was good.
that was Marlo Thomas.
Marlo Thomas, bro. That was them joints was so good. Same with Doc used to watch TV when it was black and white.
Yeah.
And then right after all the talk shows, the number one show on TV used to come on CBS. And that was just sit right back and hear a tale, the tale of a
Leave me looking
faithful
alone.
that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. Yo, that was the bomb. That was the absolute bomb. I used to
Louis,
watch
I'm
that
looking
show
at you right now, brother.
because by the time you got about 12,
Okay.
by the time you got about 12 and you understood what tetas were, you would just watch the TV hoping that they would mess up and something would come out of Ginger. But at the end of the day, I thought Mary Lou was not Mary Lou.
I
her
was
name?
Mary Ann.
I thought Mary
I
Ann
was
was
Mary
cuter
Ann.
because she was smart.
When I was a kid, The Wizard of Oz used to play every year, and I used to watch it as a kid.
The white one or the black
I
one?
would
You got to
always be-
specify. You got a bunch of us on the show. We don't watch the white version. We watch the black
You know what I'm
version.
saying?
He's on
The
down.
original.
He's on down the road.
That was the Wiz.
Yo,
Sit down and get on the show. We got Dan on here right now.
Yo,
We used to watch it every week, and I went to my grandma's one summer, and they played it, and she had a colored TV, and that was when I discovered that after she
dude,
landed
there was
in
no
Oz,
ED
it was
on the
all in color.
TV. You racist prick.
How about he said colored TV?
He
I'm like,
did.
You almost
It was,
cost it. Boy,
there's
you
no
almost
ED
cost
on the
some hands,
TV.
boy.
The ED was on us. Damn it,
man.
Paul, I'm gonna cancel you right now.
Hey, we got love for you, Paul. But you said colored, and I sure did. I said, wait a minute, this.
Yo,
It's
Color
man.
TV.
he grew up in St. Louis, bro. What can you do?
I did. Yep.
Dude, I
I didn't know
totally
the
meant
Wizard of Oz
Mary
black and
Tyler
white.
Moore, Mary Lou, not Mary Lou. I just didn't know how I switched them two up. Oh my God, it's too funny. Look, Michelle even got you, Paul. Michelle even got you. Why is Paul showing us Netflix? You trying to get me banned from YouTube? Hey, that's a nice espresso machine.
The other Paul.
Yeah. He ran away. He ran away when we said we was gonna cancel Duncan. He ran away. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I got one for you. And I
Where's my
just watched
black?
something about this, which is kind of crazy and kind of sad. And I didn't know this until literally like a week ago. In the East Coast, starting about 1979, 1980, at 11 o'clock after the news, you heard this saxophone riff.
God, so fun.
Did you know that the UK people freaking hated him? They thought it
Yeah?
was lowbrow. They thought it was trash TV. In the US, though, yo, I would take
Ben-
ass whoopings to watch Benny Hill.
That
Boy,
was that
turn
Benny.
that
Yeah,
TV
that was
off.
Benny Hill ad.
Yeah.
Bro, yo,
Yo, the
I
two
used to
times
get
speed was just
jacked.
everything being like fast forward and just being like hyper
the
fast.
chase
It just made
scenes?
it funny.
Oh my
God,
God.
so funny. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so funny. And I just found out
So
like
simple.
UK legit hated him. He lived as a loner. Dude was rich as hell. He was considered one of the richest TV personalities in the UK, made more money than freaking Methuselah, and never got married, lived by himself, and basically lived as a loner. What's more crazy is he spent money like, I think all of us spent money to him. Dude was rich, and he wore like regular clothes. He didn't buy nothing fancy. Didn't want no fancy cars. He walked everywhere. Dude walked and caught the double decker. So they're like, you could go into Fuck Me Shire, and Benny would be in the grocery store flicking cantaloupes. Like the richest cat in the UK, and like he just wanted to be Benny Hill. I'm like, what a sad existence, bro, to have that kind of money. He gave most of his money away. He just donated ass loads of cash to charity. He was syndicated in 140 countries. And people like, they didn't even speak English. But Benny Hill was 50% silent.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was the brilliance of it all. Was he didn't really have, he was he just made those weird ass faces.
And the expression, like when he was,
Bro. So if you get a chance to catch some, yes, a lot of it's not going to pass muster for today because it was highly sexist. Let's not get it twisted. But that was as a young buck, you know, like in my teens, that was the thing. Again, I don't know why we thought at some point like a nip was gonna slip out or something. You know, you thought you was gonna see something, so you watch the TV like you're waiting for it. But it's crazy if you think about it from a content creation standpoint. Benny was one of the best storytellers because he would have the best skits. You knew exactly what was going on, and not a single word was stated. And many of the joints was shot in like one take.
that's where I think Mr. Bean got the idea from Rowan Atkinson. It was just like remove the words and it becomes universal.
Yo, that is so crazy. Paul said they used to call him the perverted chaplain. That's what they used to call him. Yeah, because he used to do a lot of like religious type stuff, which was funny because they wasn't flying that, in a very Catholic, Protestant country. They was not flying when he used to do those kind of weird stuff. The professor always disappointed me. And go get Gilligan, get these people off the island already. Yeah. So the professor dude was a legit professor, and the inventions on the show, he came up with them. And then he would work with the prop team at the studio in LA to actually make those props. So he was a legitimate electrical engineer professor at like a a big college in L.A. So he was like the real deal Holyfield. And 2 reasons why the show went off of air. Tina Louise got mad because a lot of people in the country preferred Marianne.
Mm-hmm.
Because the country still wasn't about the sultry lady at that time, and we was on some Protestant restoration type shit, and she just didn't like being kind of becoming second fiddle, and then CBS wouldn't renew her contract because she was just going crazy. So she actually is the reason why the show went off the air, and Bob Denver, also Gilligan, he was kind of over it already because he was like, we got to find a way to progress. So remember in the older ones, he started to be kind of old to be the slap dog. You know what I mean? He was getting a little, it's like you watch the shows that have little kids and the little kids kind of grow up too much and now they big. Like at some point, Harry Potter is like at the gastropub, like having snacks. Like you can't do no more Harry Potters because they all too old now. And they tried. The last one, I was a grown ass man, y'all. Like, what are y'all trying to do? Like, you can't pull it off no more. So, yeah, that was
Stranger Things.
So kind of crazy. Stranger Things too, right? Because the gaps are so long in between shows, they age too quick, and it lost a little thing. It's kind of crazy. That's the name of the song, Yakety Sax. That is correct. That is correct. Man, that was such an incredible show. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But this, walk down memory lane just really goes to show you how far television has gone. Like, Paul, not to point him out, but he saw the entire inflection, so to speak, from like no TV to TV to, to color TV to high definition to 4K
Color
to
TV
8K.
with an ED.
Like,
Yeah, now TV. I mean, I don't go back that far. There was TV; it was just black and white. But I remember when, like, in certain towns, you only got 2. There were 3 networks, but
Yeah.
a lot of towns only got 2 networks.
Yo, Luis,
Like, yeah,
Duncan
most
started
places
out.
didn't have TVs.
Listen,
and
Luis,
they turned off at night.
Duncan started out listening to the Marx Brothers on the Philco.
I've done that.
He's not denying it. He's like, yeah.
They didn't have the TV. They just had the Marx Brothers on the Philco. Yo, I remember.
And that's what I said. Like,
I remember the Ovaltine where you'd you'd send you'd get the secret decoder ring, and then you'd watch the Ovaltine show and decode the secret message.
Okay, I never seen the show because it came out like later, but I remember Ovaltine in this format, not the solid label. I've seen the solid label because somebody had an old jar that got pushed to the back of the cabinet. That's actually newer than me. But I'm somewhere between that one and the OG 1950 solid label. I've seen this before. 'Cause again, somebody had an old jar that would have been like, in the back of the cabinet with some other secret squirrel shit in it.
Yep.
But I freaking loved Ovaltine, and nobody else in my house liked it. Ovaltine, and then when you was good, when I bring home them A's, Mom is like, all right, what you want? I'm like, come on, Mom, that's a dumb question. I thought you were smart. And she's like, boy, I'll slap the black off you. What you want? And I was like, Tang. Tang. Let's go down to the AM, PM and get your boy some Tang.
He's a thing.
On. Yo, this is my Ovaltine era right here.
Oh yeah, I was before that. Yeah,
Yo.
the other thing, I would drive my mom nuts because there was always something where you fill out a form and you put it in a self-addressed stamped envelope
Always.
and mail it in, and then
Always.
they send you something. You'd get something back. I was always doing that.
Yo,
All the little box tops.
dude. I remember I tried to get the dang from the comic books. I tried to get the sea monkeys and then the nasty gum.
Oh, those are fun.
I got the nasty gum, and I gave my sister the nasty gum, and I think I can still feel that ass whooping. I might have a little crook in my step Because I didn't just put it in the paper that it came in, because the paper that it came in looked a little faulty. So I took the double mint and I rewrapped it. Same thing with the one that when you pull the gum out, it like hit your finger. It was like a little wire. We took it out of that and we rewrapped it in the Wrigley's. So that way it looked real. And then you go to pull the little gum and that thing was like, twap, it'll flick your finger. Oh, but that nasty gum, it was disgusting, bro. It was super gross. Comic books, bro. Self-addressed stamp envelope, back of the comic books, be in there. Buy all kind of crazy shit. Sea monkeys, X-ray
the X-ray vision glasses.
That's the one. That's the one. Oh,
What did they call it? Proof of purchase?
yeah,
You
proof
have
of
to
purchase sales.
cut out all the like barcodes.
I'm trying to
That's
remember
way
the
mail
name.
those
before
in.
barcodes.
Okay, I'm gonna hit y'all with one. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't want to spoil what I'm thinking. All right, here we go. I got it. This, when I was a little kid, I used to live for. Always get smacked in church because you forgot to spit it out before you went to church.
Oh, yep.
Remember them
Bazooka
joints?
Joe.
You was
Oh
reading
my
the comics
God.
instead
Oh,
of
God,
paying
that-
attention to the message.
Dude, that was the best. And it was so bomb about these. These was from the penny candy joint. At the end of the block, you go to the bodega, right? And Mr. Rivera, he always had you go in the thing, and you're like, Mira, Jose. He's like, you're a boy. It's Mr. Rivera. Whatever, man. Give me 10 of them and some squirrel nuts. He's like, you want plain or coconut? The green ones, that's coconut. Whatever, man. Just give me the damn stuff. I'm going to tell your grandma. Never mind. Okay, sorry. Mr. Rivera, may I please have some coconut squirrel nuts and some Bazooka Joe? And then my damn sister, let me get some bit of honey. He just said, may I have some bit of honey? Them joints was nasty. But
I can't remember if it was church or where we were at, but I had a pocket full of Bazooka Joe gum, and I was like, open it, and I'd stuff the piece in my mouth, and I'd read the comic, and then I'd open another one to read the next comic. I think I had like 10 pieces of that in my mouth, and I got in trouble.
bro, I remember getting smacked and having a big chunk go down the throat and be like, Yeah, the first time you got to get a Heimlich remover. Yo, Bazooka Joes. And then, all right.
But those were like the worst quality gum. They were selling you a comic.
Yeah, it was all about the comic,
sure.
for sure.
No, because you said those are the best. And I was like, the comics,
The
because
comic was good.
like it would it would take
But
you like
back in
3
those-
minutes before you could turn the gum into gum.
Dude, that gum
Like
was
it was
hard
just
as a
like
rock.
hard and dry, and it like needed your saliva to become gum, because without it, it was like the missing chemical.
Those were like a workout. Just imagine it crossing over the sea and coming to Africa. Then it's super hot, and also, when
Oh,
it
by the
was
time you
terrible.
got
By
it?
the- Oh, by the time I got it, it was like jawbreakers already, man. So you got to like soften it up and everything.
Those are bricks. People were building houses with them.
What was the
Yeah, you can.
licorice gum?
This was my sister right here, bro. Hey, Ham,
I love
Beach-
lemon
go
heads.
get me some lemon heads. The licorice
Was
gum.
it beech nut? That was the licorice gum, wasn't it?
I remember beech nut as chewing tobacco. Oh, maybe it was beech nut gum. Let me look it up.
Blackjack, yeah. Or
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
clove or
Beemans. Beemans.
Beemans, yep. And yeah, there was Beemans and blackjack.
Oh,
Tea-berry and clove.
Paul.
were all in the
I
same-
know what beech nut gum was. Yo, I love this stuff. You remember them? It had like the elephant or the
Juice-
zebra.
Oh, yes. Fruit stripes. Yep.
Yo, them joints was off the chain, bruh. These was so good. By the time it got to the 80s, they turned it into the zebra. But when we first had it, it was an elephant. Yeah, this is like the 80s packaging right here. I don't even know if it got famous everywhere. There was once a gum called Sugar Loaf. And I think it got taken out by Bubblicious. But Sugar Loaf stupid name for gum nowadays. It would make the best bubbles because it was so soft. But we used to get in trouble because my sister, she could do that freaking Puerto Rican girl thing where each one, like, couple chews and I can't even do it. It was loud as hell. It just be popping the gum while they yelling at you. This was it. Double bubble. It turned into double bubble. That's what it turned into.
Those little packages of banana split taffy.
Oh, I like the banana split taffy. All right, Jimmy, I'm going to take you back right here, bro. You ready?
How far we going back?
All right, I'm going to take you back right here. Oh, I need the old package. Okay, I got the old package. I say, dude, can't show me the new package, dog. I need to see the old package. Here you go. All right, drums, please.
Oh, yes.
Luis. Boy, if
Yo,
you ain't
of
never
course.
had, hey,
Come on, man. That's what I said. We still got to enjoy ice cream trucks. And whenever the ice cream truck came around, I didn't even want ice cream. It was one of those.
All I wanted was
Man.
liquor sticks,
Maybe
bro.
two.
All I wanted was
And wouldn't it
liquor
suck when the stick would break in half and then you're using your finger to get to the sugar?
Oh my
You got
God.
a purple
Straight to the
finger
dome,
for the rest
man.
of your
No, you
day,
just-
man.
We used to go running for the ice cream truck.
man.
James,
Turkey's
the straight to
taffy.
the dome was the pixie sticks. Those would just get you wired.
Those and Pop Rocks.
Oh, Pop
Yes.
Rocks was money.
Oh,
Remember,
man.
everybody thought Mikey died? Like, oh,
Yeah.
Mikey died for Pop Rocks. I was like, I don't think it was the Pop Rocks. I think it was the cocaine. But still.
Them and
And then
Pop
there was
Rocks.
Turkish taffy.
Oh, I remember Turkish taffy.
Yeah. God,
All right.
kids, they just don't know, boy.
All right,
I
yo.
know, right? Well, the kids nowadays don't even stay outside. Like I remember playing outside as a child.
What time
and
did you go back home at night?
when the street lights
The
came
street
on?
Say
lights
that one
came
more
on.
time,
Yep.
boy. When the lights came on.
Yep.
When the lights.
And if you were too far away, if you were in somebody else's street, you know what I'm saying? The lights came on, you needed to haul because
Dude.
you were gonna be late to your house.
I remember stopping off the block, going to my friend's house, and I was like, Craig, can I use your phone? And he's like, yeah, ask my mom's. So I come in, I'm real nice, like, sorry, ma'am, I gotta call my mom. And she's like, why? I think the street light's gonna come on in 10 minutes. It's gonna take me 15 minutes to get home. And she's like, well, I could drive you home. I go, I still gotta call my mom first because if you pull up in the car, she's gonna think I did something wrong. And like, Craig was white. He don't get no ass weeding. So they didn't understand. I was like, listen, lady, unless you want to have to call the child abuse people, let me use the phone. Okay. So I called the phone. And then so she's like, well, let me at least say this. It's a call and say, so I was gonna be a little late. They was playing in my backyard. And she was like, what? And I was like, Mom, yeah, I'm on my way home, but like I just didn't want to get caught without the lights. And she was like, there's the lights. That's it. I don't care how you get home. You better be here. And then, so I was like, "Hey, Craig, can you tell your mom to take me home?" Yo, we pull up. I slide out the Chevrolet. I ran my ass in the house. And my sister, she hold the window open, the door open. Yo, I dive through the window like Batman. Roll, pop up, boom, made it. Still got slaps because I embarrassed her.
Don't do it again.
Listen,
When I went to
what you know about them?
stay at my grandmother's,
soccer practice.
it was like Amesbury with the noon whistle, and it was like there was a noon whistle. The fire alarm went off at noon, and it went off at 6 o'clock. And it was like you knew if you were at grandma's that you needed to be in the house at the table when that siren went off, because if you didn't, you missed lunch or you missed dinner. It was like the food went on the table when the siren was going.
Yep. Okay, I got one for y'all. Where my poor people at? Because you was a good kid.
I'm right here.
All you wanted was some ice cream, right? And your parents would come home with some bullshit.
It is. Yeah, I said Neapolitan a few minutes ago. There it is right there.
Yo, but it's the ice milk. This joint ain't even creamy, bro. This joint was nasty. You had these, and you had the one that came with the wooden stick. Oh, where's it at? Then joint
Yo,
was
you
super
you
nasty.
said those were nasty, but like I said, man, we know difference between name brand and non-name brand. They all were good to us growing up, man.
Oh, bro. See, the difference was in ice cream, it has a texture, right? It has a cream. It's creamy. That's what it's called. Ice milk was frozen ass milk with sugar in it. It just was not good. This is not the right brand because I never seen this brand. It's supposed to be a down south type thing. But you got these, and it was like a little cup and that wooden stick. The joint was gross, bro. It was just not good. It was not good. There was the Briars or whatever was good, but the Safeway brand ice milk, or it came in a big white bucket. Some big white
The
bucket in the
bucket is
bottom
what I
of the
remember.
freezer. Oh my god.
Semi-transparent bucket
Them were
with a
made out of
plastic handle.
them were
Yep.
made out of powdered milk. I grew up
I don't
drinking
know
powdered
if it
milk.
was elsewhere in the country, but when I came to California, they had Thrifty's drugstores, and they had an ice cream
Yeah.
counter thing. That was the best ice cream. Oh,
Yeah.
Because you
Yo.
get the circle ice cream, right? Was that Thrifties or was that Long Drugs?
it was Thrifty's.
Okay, the sherbet. That's what it was. They would get you the
Yep.
sherbet, the orange sherbet.
Yeah, but they had
Oh.
the scoops, and I can't remember if it was round or square that it would come out, and they'd stick it on the cone. Oh, that stuff was good.
Oh, June got us, bro. June got us right here. This also was one of my favorite things. I think I should try to see if you can still buy some of this. I ain't had none in a minute. It'd probably be worth tasting it. This was the joint right here. And I used to like to get the little lentrifical artwork type things that would come in there. Come here. There you go. That was the money shot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
I got some of those in the cupboard right now. What you
Wait,
talking about?
you still can get these joints?
Bro, you can still get Cracker
Yeah.
Jacks.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was so
They always had a
good.
prize.
I still
You
got
know, you be
Cracker
going
Jacks.
too fast and your teeth is stuck. You like, you gotta get that joint back apart. Oh, dude, Lucky Charms.
Take out a filling.
Yo, Bubble Yum was definitely the bomb right there. That's
Bazooka
super funny.
bubblegum.
Oh, dude, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that, and then I thought about the Otter Pops. But yeah, these was dumb. These would not fly today at all. I was like, yo, Phillips freaking put these joints on the market on purpose. On purpose, bro. The freaking Lucky Nights candy cigarettes. And then these was the hard ones that an OG came out. And then the next brand came out where the first one, you could blow through it and the smoke would come out, but it was basically
Smoke
the
would come out,
cornstarch,
yep.
right? It looked like these. The cornstarch used to be on there, and then you go poof, and the cornstarch would come out. Yo, like how in the exact hell did they get away with selling candy cigarettes? Family?
Exactly. In the same packaging. In the
Yo.
same packaging, like that is
Well,
not
that was-
like grooming you to.
But that was back in the days when everybody smoked. It was on TV. It was everywhere. It was like that was what
Doctor
you
smoke.
did. Yep.
Yo, that's really crazy, bro.
And they
The
found out
bubblegum
it might not be good
cigarettes.
for you.
Yo.
There was doctors, making commercials promoting cigarettes. Like that's what it was back in the day.
My
So.
pediatrician had the ashtray and would walk in with the cigarette in his hand. And he would put it in the ashtray, put the cold ass thing on your chest, be like, breathe. And like, it's crazy. Like, it's really.
There was
thing we used to
not
fly
a
like
TV
that, dude.
show. Yep. There was not a TV show that did not have somebody smoking in it.
Not a one.
No matter what episode when I was a kid, everybody smoked.
You could smoke on airplanes.
That's
Think
what I'm
about
saying.
that.
Used to fly.
Yep.
And everybody used to smoke. And then, like,
It's a completely different world, man.
There's still an ashtray in every toilet.
Yeah, a lot of places. Japan.
I remember as a kid
Plane.
going to
Every
the
plane has
airport.
an ashtray. Even today.
Going to the airport to meet my grandmother, and we would be standing out at the airplane at the end of the stairwell, where she was coming off. You used to be able to get that close to airplanes when you weren't flying.
All right, I got a hood candy for you. I got a real good hood candy for you. I don't even know if people even remember used to eat these joints, because these joints was weird, but you would eat them in a pinch.
Chico sticks. Yeah. Didn't like them.
That was my joint right there.
Really?
Right.
It's
I
great.
love them.
It's crunchy peanut butter and coconut. But as like I used to like that was like the last thing I would eat. But then when you eat them, you'd be like, these are actually not too bad. Yo, Chico sticks. I don't even know if they still make some of this stuff no more. Which one?
They still make those.
We have a store here that sells like old style candy. I don't know where they get it from, but it's a lot of the old.
Oh yeah, I went to one of those with Katie. We were in some random city, some random place, and there's one in San Diego. I know there's one right on the gas lamp in San Diego. Would you say, Luis? What candy did you say?
I was just reading what Rich said. Wacky Packs.
Oh, dude, Wacky Packies was the bomb. Oh my God, that's where they used to make fun of like other brands, and they called it like Blunder Bread or Head and Boulders. Dude, I used to love these things. These were the bomb. Here it is. Oh, they still make them obviously because these are like newer stuff. Anvil, Gutterade, the bling. Oh, remember these? The ring pops. So they must still make these. Macaroni and geese. Dude, see, they're scrapple.
It said Foot Gushers.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember when Ice Cube was candy.
Yeah, Paul just sent a picture of that.
Ice Cube?
Yeah, Ice Cube candies.
Oh, wait, what?
Check your messages, Doc.
Oh my God. What in the heck is that? I ain't never seen this.
You never seen those?
Nope.
Neither have I.
Paul be bringing out some shit that came out before black and white TV. Man, click on it, damn it. I ain't never seen that. Albert's Moritz. Oh, I know which one that I absolutely love. All right, I got you. I don't even know what the heck the name of them is called, but let me see if I can find it.
It looks like for $61, you could get that Ice Cube candy on eBay.
I wonder if it's from the 60s.
Oh, that's what the name is. Listen, these joints right here, I absolutely love these. And all the old ladies at church had them. Come here, damn it. Yo, Machine getting mad. Machine getting mad as hell. Because we did 2 hours at 4K would piss off.
Oh, yes.
Like,
I hated those things. Those were.
This is good. I should just pop the white part.
I like those.
Second only to candy corns.
Yo, them joints was good.
Oh no, you can't even compare those two.
Nah, candy
corn is like what's a nice way of putting it?
Human should ever
They're
eat that.
toxic, right?
Yeah.
Toxic waste.
Yes.
Yeah.
Candy
Those
corn
are
is
actually
nasty.
good.
Candy corns.
Right.
What were they called? Bullseyes?
The round one was called Bullseyes. These ones was called Goets
Right.
because it was like a Jewish candy. But then the bootleg version, when you go to Giant, back in the day, in the DC area, in Giant, you had like a thing. It looked like a fruit stand. And there's these little boxes, no cover, okay, open. And in each different one, there was different candies. And so you take the little plastic bag and you take the scooper and you would put, different ones in the little scooper and then you weigh it. And then when you go to the register at the Giant, they just ring it out. The only one they would tax you for, there was these one, it's made by Brock's. That whole stand was invented by Brock's. And the Brock's used to have these as the version of Goets because they couldn't, sell the Goets because Goets is not Brock's. And so Miss Brock's, she just bootlegged that joint, just made them. But they had this one, it was like Neapolitan. It was like brown, white, pink, and it was coconut. And that was my favorite one. And I used to get like stacks of that joint. And again, the first time I got in trouble was like trying to put the stuff in the thing. It's right by the front. Then I make another little bag with all of the coconut ones and then like tried to hide it in the bag with the greens. So when they weighed the greens, because greens was cheap, And then the lady was like, "What is that pink shit in these greens?" Yo, I got to talking. I was like, "Oh, it must have fell in there before I tied the bag." Nah, dude. Nah. Yo, my mom tried to ruin my life in the crowd, in the store, in front of everybody. Yeah,
funny, man.
that's super funny. Oh, these joints I used to like, but not the lollipop version. I used to like the round version. Man, come here. Damn it, internet getting mad at me now. They used to have the little round version, and then they had the one that came on a stick. And the round ones is called sugar babies.
Sugar babies. Man, you know what?
So good.
That reminds me of a candy in Puerto Rico that I'm guessing it's exactly the same thing, except the wrapper was in Spanish and I just can't
Yo,
bring myself to remember the
so
name.
good. Them joints were so
Yes.
good. Yeah, actually, I got a bounce too. My butt hurt. He said, I'm on my last
Well-
Hawaiian flight. Yeah, they canceled it. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Thanks, brother. Actually, my flight to Boston this time is going to be the last one because they cancel it in November, which is going to suck. Man, listen, thank y'all for coming through and hanging today. I appreciate it. I got to go feed my face. And we're not classing today, so you guys get a day off unless you guys are going to go hang out with yourself. I got to go to Baba's. You know what it is. And me and Baba was today. Yesterday. My niece Isla is today. And then Emma's is on Monday, so we're having another barbecue soiree, and your man's is on steak duty. So you know what it is. Thank
Let
you.
me
Got
know,
you working.
guys. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you want me to spin up the Zoom room for class.
Yeah, it's super fun. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. It was an absolute blast. It's super cool. Like,
Yep.
boom.
Doc, I also put a message in the community for you, so you need to go in there at some point and at least acknowledge it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will go ahead and check you out. Thank you. Good to see y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming
Love
through,
you, dude.
hanging
You
out.
Happy
well,
birthday.
Biz.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy
This was
birthday.
fun.
Old man.
Yes.
I'm reserving a seat at the 70s table for you, Doc.
Sure. I got a couple more years before I can get that card. I will borrow yours or Paul's card. See if they let me in. Y'all can bring a guest.
So now you officially get the senior citizen flights, right?
No, not yet. I still got some time. However, at Omni Hotels, they let you get the deal starting at 55. So you got to check with your different hotels. Marriott, I got 2 more years. Marriott would let me get in. Ooh, that was a look. I was like, I felt Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. That was just a hiccup, though. Yo, I'm gonna try to find what's happening so I can really tell y'all that Dee is Miss Diana.
Yo, that was too funny.
Yo, I'm gonna find a clip. And I'm gonna post it to the group message, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh man, it is Miss Diana."
Because Didi got that attitude, so it was
Dude,
just like
and you know Miss
perfect.
D had the little corn puffs on the top when she was young, because she had all older brothers and sisters too. And when they lazy about doing your hair, they would just put you with the 2 little things. And I used to be like, "Yo, granddad do that to you so that moms and grandma have a handle," because they would just grab you by that little nugget and take. That's why AT cut her hair like that now, because she got tired of her daddy. Be like, "Come here, Alicia." She was like, "No, I didn't do nothing, pops." You was a good kid, wasn't you? I knew it. You the brown noser.
There is no such thing as peer pressure in my life. I had parent pressure.
On that note, thank you, people. Love y'all to death. Appreciate y'all. Peace out. A-Town Stump. Chee-hoo.
How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.